Yo, what up? It's your boy Red, and I'm gonna review King of the Hill season 14. Right, Hank and Peggy have been away in Saudi Arabia. He's been working for Amco. Decided to come back to the States. It's been a couple years, right? Bobby's, I believe, 21, if I'm not mistaken. So it's been almost a decade, and we're back. Right, picks up right after he leaves off. Of course, you gotta introduce some of the characters like Bill being overweight during COVID. Explanation what's going on with Dale, John Redcorn, and Nancy, you know, the cons, everything. So we get all that. All your questions get answered. Right away, I can tell you one thing, though, that do not cover is Luann and Lucky. So we don't know yet, all right? Only 10 episodes, right? Maybe we'll get a season 2 or more episodes, because I actually really enjoyed season 14. And not for the reason you think. I started watching, I love King of the Hill, right? And I love Hank, I love Dale, Bill, Boomhauer, I love everyone. Bobby, you know, Connie, Joseph. But I feel like the show is really focusing, and in my opinion, it's better when it focuses on Bobby's life. I mean, that's always been a thing. The show focuses on events that are going on between Hank, Peggy, Bobby, you know, all of them. But I feel like the show would benefit from being just Bobby, right? I don't know, it's just my opinion. It feels like Bobby's being a little bit more interesting. He has Emilio working for him at the restaurant. Emilio's legit, right? I think that's the name, right? Emilio. He pulls out a gun to kill, right? That's what's up, man. I'm already for it. One of my favorite episodes is probably the beer episode, mostly because I'm older, right? I enjoy drinking a beer, especially more, you know, flavor of beer, not just what Bobby was referring to, you know, alley beer, you know, something with death, fruity. You know, I love fucking imperial stouts, so more imperial stouts are fruity in that sense, and they're stronger. We get to see Peggy being Peggy, right? Correcting languages, trying to haggle in Saudi Arabia, stuff like that, which is hilarious to me. She's always been like the more cringe Karen before Karen was invented, right? You know, John Redcorn selling beans, making them hunt boars. I love that episode too because of the whole stock market thing, like how it happened a couple years ago for us, for like GameStop and stuff like that. It explains a little bit of that. So that's cool seeing that. What else? The Cotton episode with GH, right? Good Hank and Bad Hank. Even Jorichiro is back, right? It was great to see them, seeing that he's older now. GH needs a father figure. Hank could possibly fill that role. Who knows? We might see him reoccurring character later on if we get more episodes. That could be another thing for Luann's kid, you know, her daughter. I think it was a daughter, right? I don't remember. What else, man? Connie, man, probably my favorite character of the season now. Connie's down. She's DTF. You know what I'm talking about. She's an open relationship. She's, you know, down to, I can't say that word. Now, I already said it earlier, but she's awesome. And of course, rekindling her relationship with Bobby. They kind of fell apart. Not fell apart, yeah, right. It would be fell apart or grew away. I forget how the phrase is, but they were not in communication until he ran into her when he was in college having a one-night stand with a college student, and they reconnect, right? She's dating Chang Wasana-song, who is father is part owner of Bobby's restaurant. They're like, you know, business partners, and we get to see all this stuff build up to King of the Hill, right? I love this show, and I really feel like they did a good job in season 14. Now, with that being said, there are some bad parts to this show. Mostly, I mean, voice actors are whatever. They had to replace some, right? Some have passed away. Luckily, do homage to that. Dale's voice actor, decent enough. I enjoyed it. He tried its best. The one who I thought was going to like was the one that Ronnie was going to do, which was, you know, Khan. It was trash. That one, I was like, I could do without Khan in the show, and I think that's what they're going to do, since I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but he's going to be away for a while. I love this show. It actually hit. I watched every episode as soon as it dropped, you know, and I was in love with it. I was like, man, this brings me back. I'm definitely going to check out more of this show, especially if I get more Bobby and Connie and Joseph. Joseph was hilarious too. What would I give season 14? Definitely an 8 out of 10. Could have been better. Like I said, it was still good. It was a good show, but it could have hit those 10s. A little bit more interesting stories, but You know, as Hank says, if I can't figure out how to kick your ass over Skype or, you know, whatever, I'll figure out a way. Thanks for watching.